Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. I am once again going to be streaming on several platforms at the same time, so bear with me if there are technical glitches. This is just, I'm just getting the training wheels off of this multi-platform streaming. So I'm on Amazon Live and Facebook and YouTube all at the same time. So who says you can't be in more than one place at a time? You know, I'm doing the metaverse. Woo! All right, so this afternoon, as usual, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:10 p.m. Pacific, I am always going to be doing digital art on the iPad in Procreate, and you know, covering some of the benefits of the Procreate app and the updates. We had a 5.2, the 5.2 update just came out about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, and I've just had a chance to dabble with it a little bit, so I'll be covering some of the updates for you. There's some pretty exciting stuff. We can do some 3D painting in Procreate now. It's a little bit mind-blowing, I gotta tell you, it's a little mind-blowing. So that's the scoop on that. Hi Evans family. Evans family is here in the Amazon Live platform in the chat room, and if you are joining me on Facebook or YouTube and you want to know what I'm talking about when I start rolling these products through the carousel, then jump over to acrylicdiva.live. I'm going to put that in the chat right now. I'll put that in there so you can find that. If I can spell, can I spell? Whoa. Okay, that's where I am on Amazon. And so let's jump into some of the updates with Procreate. It's pretty exciting stuff. I'm going to be working on the 2021 iPad Pro 12.9 inch. I love this. Is this my fourth iPad? Maybe fifth? I don't know. I've had a few of them. This is my second 12.9 inch, and once you go to that big size, it's really hard to go back. So I'm going to go to the Procreate screen right now. Let's make sure it's live before we do that. And there we go. Okay. So you should be seeing my Procreate screen or my iPad screen in that big window, and then in the small window to the right you're going to see my live gestures. And when you first start out with the iPad Pro, the new iPad Pro, the first thing you're going to notice is that you have no home button. So that if you haven't worked with that before, it can be a little disconcerting. So we're going to go through some of the gestures, and you're going to want to pay attention to that small window to the right where we talk about the gestures. And in fact, when I work with the gestures, maybe I'll just move up to the big overhead camera so you can see that really clearly. First things first, though, let's talk about the specifications on the iPad Pro, the 2021 iPad Pro that has the M1 chip. This baby is fast, okay? Let me just say it's fast. Did I say that it's fast? Yeah, it's fast. So I'm going to pull up the specifications. Whoops. So I'm going to pull up the specifications. I just started getting feedback here on my Mac, so hopefully you guys aren't hearing it. Probably not. Okay, let me know. Hey, Evans family, you're going to be my sound monitor today. Nando's not here. So let me know if you're getting some weird feedback. We've had, for the last couple of weeks, we've had sound issues. And you know, I'm going to put my monitors back in so that I can hear what you guys hear. So maybe if there's an issue here, I can fix it on the fly. Is it fine, Evans family? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to just put my little monitors back in. These are my Lady Gaga monitors, you know. So I look like Lady Gaga. I look so much like Lady Gaga, right? Ha ha ha, yeah, right. Let me just stick these babies back in so I can hear what you guys hear. I was going to try and fly without them, but apparently that's not going to work. So, okay, cool. All right, we're good to go. So it looks like, let's see how we're doing. Just give me a couple of seconds here to make sure we're flying. And it's, you know, always fun when we're doing multiple platforms and we don't know for sure if we're live or not. So we'll just fly along. Okay, so here we go. I've got the iPad screen up for you guys, and I am going to, actually, I'm going to jump to the overhead camera real quick and talk to you about the gestures, because I think the gestures are kind of important. When you first get that iPad, you're going to notice you don't have that home screen, the home button, and it can be a little bit disconcerting. So what I want you to think about are the gestures that you're going to be using. And so think about just using your fingers or your Apple Pencil. And the first couple of things I'm going to show you is the one that's the most handy is the search function, which if you just pull down in the middle of the screen, you'll get that search function. And it not only searches the iPad, it'll search Safari as well. So if, for instance, I always use red tennis shoes. Nanda was teasing me the other day because I always use the same search string. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it up, and we're going to search for something different. Just to change it up, let me just fix this Do Not Disturb on the phone so we don't get a call from who knows who while we're on Amazon Live. Okay, let's see, what should we search for? Let's search for green green Jello. Okay, green Jello. All right, green Jello. So you can see that you get all of the, if Siri has any information, she's going to tell you about that. Then websites, Apple Music, whatever comes up around green Jello. And if you have anything on your iPad that's, you know, if you have a recipe for green Jello, it'll pop up. So it's a really, really good search function. It covers a lot of bases. The next thing is the control center. And you know, I sometimes can't invoke my control center for whatever reason. My fingers, I don't know, maybe because I was painting earlier this morning, I have a little acrylic paint on my fingers. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't invoke. See, it wants to invoke the search. So there we go. I have to just be really careful. When I pull up control panel, you go to the top right and pull down, and there's control panel. And that's going to give you a lot of useful functions that you use a lot. So for instance, flashlight is there, your record button is there. You can record the screen of the iPad easily. Your camera's there, Bluetooth and AirDrop are there. So it's going to be really, really easy to use that control panel, and you'll have everything there that you need. You can also use this as a remote control for your TV. So you see the little remote control there. You can pair it to your TV and use it as a remote control, which is so much easier than trying to do the doggone search function with a remote control. Ugh, you know, you're trying to search for, you know, I don't know, James Bond movies or something, and you have to go to the remote control and type J and then A and then M. Drives me nuts. So when you use the remote control on your iPad or your phone, you can just speak it, you know, you can say it, and the search function goes so much faster. I love that. So there you go, that's control panel. The other thing you can do is you can have two apps open at the same time. So say for instance, I could have Procreate open. I'm going to open Procreate. And if I just come down here to this bar and see my fingers are not happy today, they don't want to work. Come down here to the bar and pull it up slowly, and let's put Apple Music open over here. And see, now I've got those two apps open, and there's a little bar in the center, and I can make one app really big and I can make the other, whoops, I can make the other app really big, or I can get rid of an app. So there you go. That will help you, especially multitasking, you know, because it's really cool when you're working in Procreate, or maybe you want to watch Netflix, or maybe you are you want to copy a recipe from the New York Times or something into your notepad. You can have these multiple apps open at the same time, and it's really handy, super handy. Okay, hi Damsel. Hi there. How are you all doing? I want to make sure that if you are with me on the Amazon platform, make sure you hit that follow button, and then go, I'm going to put something in the chat for you guys that are on Amazon. Go and make sure you register for the contest. When this scroll comes back around, let me grab it. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Make sure that you go into this. I'm going to put the scroll back up, and this is going to give you the place to join the contest. And this is actually for you all that are on YouTube and Facebook as well. You can do this too. There. The scroll's going to change a little bit. The scroll that was going under me, it's going to change just a little bit. So let's put it back up. All right, when you see that URL come by, that's where you can go and enter to win stuff. I give stuff away. Evan's family won a print. Evan's family, you're with us? Yeah, Evan's family won a print last month. And so this month I'm thinking, oh no, Evan's family, did you win a print or did you win a class, a free class? I can't remember. But if you aren't following, make sure you follow. Then go over to that page and you'll see the information there on how to enter the contest. And you know, I haven't decided what I'm going to give away this month. It's Thanksgiving, it's Veterans Day, it's, I don't know. What am I going to give away? What should I give away this month? How about, ooh, I've got a juicy tube of Interference Violet paint. I might have to give that away. I think I might have to give that away. Okay. So anyway, that's the scoop. All right, so now I'm going to go back out to the home page on the iPad, show you a couple of quick things gesture-wise. If you want to put a couple of apps in a folder so you can find them easily, then maybe let's put layout and the PBS video in a folder together. I'm just going to hold down PBS video, not that long, hold it down and hold and scooch it over to layout, put it on top of layout, and it's going to open up a folder, and now you have those in a folder. Just tap it again, and it's in that folder. You can rename the folder. Just tap it open. Where's my pencil? Let's get my pencil. Tap it open and go to the name and just cross it out, cut. And this is your Apple Pencil, because Apple iPad has a function called Scribble, so you can write. You don't have to type. And we'll just call this Tisa's Miscellaneous. Okay, misspelled my own name. That's pretty sad, you guys. I misspelled my own name. The fact that it can recognize my handwriting at all is pretty amazing. Okay, so that's the scoop on that. I'm going to take this out of here. I want to, because otherwise I'll forget where these are. So I'll just tap and tap again. Now I'm just going to open that, grab PBS, come here PBS, and put it out in the main page, grab the layout. Now there is no folder. And then just tap it again, the little X goes away. So there you go. You can also move an app from one page to the other. So say for instance, say I want to move Printful to another page. I'll just hold it and move it, hold, and I'll drop it there. Tap again, and now it's on that page. So that's a really good way to organize your apps. And I have pages of apps, so it's really easy to forget where everything is. So there you go. That's a good way to do that. All right. that is a little bit about the sort of some of the functions. Let's go through the carousel here pretty quick. I want to just do the Amazon carousel for you so you can kind of get the specs on some of these iPads. Let's look at the 2021 iPad Pro 12.9 inch. Let's look at that on the Amazon page. I'm going to put the Amazon page up on the screen for you. There we go. Now, this is the one that I'm working on. This is the 2021 Apple 12.9 inch with the M1 chip. And as a matter of fact, mine is space gray. There you go. However, I believe this one is 128 gigabytes. Mine is, I think, 2 terabytes. And it has Wi-Fi and cellular. So, you know, when I talk about this all the time, but I think it's really important to remember that if you don't have both Wi-Fi and cellular, you could really find yourself in a pickle trying to upload work when you don't have Wi-Fi, when you're someplace where there's no Wi-Fi and you need cellular data to do it. And that's one of the things about the cloud too. When you get your iPad, you don't necessarily have to get 2 terabytes. You can get less storage and then just send everything up to the cloud. That's what I do. And this baby backs up to the cloud every night. So not a bad idea, right? So make sure you get both Wi-Fi and cellular. If you need to save a little money, save money on storage, okay? The new Procreate edition, what am I trying to say? The newest Procreate, the upgrade 5.2, you know, even if you've only got 18 gigabytes, you're still going to be able to run everything that you need. The one thing that I will say that is super amazing with this new update is the 3D painting. Now you're going to need some RAM to run that because it takes a lot of it takes a lot of machinery to run these 3Ds, but you can do it. And I've been hearing from other people and some of the tech gurus that they're doing it with 18 gigabytes, which kind of blows my mind. I mean, I wouldn't even get an iPad with 18 gigabytes. I think the lowest I would probably get would be 64 gigabytes. I just 18 seems like crazy to me. So look at your specs when you're purchasing these products. Look at your specs. Get the correct specs that you for the device that you want. Now on the page here, you'll see that Amazon is giving you the option to make payment plans. So you can get into a big Apple 2021 iPad Pro 12.9 inch, the big baby. You can get into that and you can make really nice low monthly payments. Today, if you get the 12.9 inch 128 gigabytes, the price on that today is $999. But Amazon is offering to give you that for $83 a month for 12 months with no interest. So there you go. I mean, that's a really good way to do that. Christmas is coming. You know, you want to get your new iPad before Christmas gets here. So there you go. Now, the other thing I want to say, especially for those of you that are on YouTube or Facebook and joining me on those platforms, I want to make sure you know this is a live stream. So whenever I mention a price, that means that it could change tomorrow. It could change by the end of this live stream for all I know. So just bear that in mind, okay? Let's see if we have any questions on YouTube. Any questions over here? Looks like we're doing okay. And let's look at Facebook and see if we have any questions here. All right. Looks like we're okay. Okay. All right. So if you guys have questions, just put them in the chat. And I'll do my best to answer them. I am on 3 platforms right now, so you know, give me a minute. I'll be checking those chat boxes. Okay. Okay. Let's do some stuff in Procreate. If you have just joined me Make sure if you're on the Amazon platform, let's see who's on the Amazon platform. If you are just joining me, make sure you hit that follow button and follow the instructions on that scroll that's going beneath, and you will enter the contest, and I'll give stuff away. I'm going to give stuff away. So there you go. All right. Let's do some fun stuff in Procreate. Okay? Okay. I'm going to go to, we're in the Procreate screen right now. And so I thought it would be fun for us to do some abstract painting with the selection tool. But before I do that, I want to just look at this 3D painting in the 5.2 upgrade for Procreate. So I'm going to tap the Procreate icon, which is the little black box with a brush. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to scroll over and I'm going to highlight this 2020 Apple iPad Air, the 10.9 inch. Have I got that highlighted? I do. Yeah, there it is. That is the iPad Air, and that is also, you can also run the Procreate with the updates on the iPad Air. So bear that in mind, okay? I'll put up the Procreate screen. Why don't I do that right now? Let's put that Procreate screen up, and that tells you all of the compatibility, all the iPads that are compatible with the current version of Procreate. So there you go. There, you know, even if you have an older iPad and you want to work in Procreate, there's a workaround for that. Just go to the Procreate website and they'll give you that workaround, or put it in the chat box if you have questions about that. I can help you out. So, all right, let's do some painting. Let's do some painting. Okay. So first of all, I want to show you guys this amazing 3D stuff is pretty mind-blowing. So I'm inside the Procreate app right now, and I'm in the gallery, which has got all my paintings in it. And you know, I've got hundreds of paintings in here, and I got to tell you, I haven't even filled this iPad halfway. So it's got a lot of memory, a lot of space. Up here at the top left, you're going to see these models. These are the 3D models that come with the new update of Procreate. And if you have not updated your Procreate, here's how you do it. Just go to Procreate and, oops, no, sorry. Let's open a canvas first. We'll do it from blank canvas. So blank canvas, top right corner, open that. That drops down your canvas panel. And just any size canvas, we'll just choose screen size right now. And pinch it down just so you can see what you're doing. Then go to Actions, which is right up at the top left, Actions, and then Help. And then What's New, right there. And that will pop open the model pack, and it will tell you all about what's going on. First, the model pack. You can download the model pack. Now, I want to tell you, when you do get ready to download that model pack, make sure you've got fast Wi-Fi, that your Wi-Fi is not going to stop in the middle, because those are big files, okay? So make sure your Wi-Fi is good and strong. I would recommend hardwiring if you're going to download those. You know, just hardwire to the router. And that'll make them go faster, and it'll also make sure that your stream's not going to drop out in the middle, okay? All right, and then that's the model pack. 3D painting, it'll walk you through that. The one great thing that they did with this update was they did a lot of accessibility features. So you can enlarge text, you can slow down, you can use voice commands, you can change gestures so that you can do things with one finger instead of two. Lots and lots of accessibility features, more than we have time to go through right now. So lots of stuff. And I'm really happy about that because, you know, I spend a lot of time on a computer looking at a screen, and my eyes get tired. So the ability to enlarge the text, enlarge the menus, all of that stuff, really helpful, super helpful. I'm not so tired at the end of the day if I have larger text to look at. Tons of stuff. They have page assist, which is wonderful, especially if you're into comics. So it allows you to import a PDF, and it will import it as a file and multiple pages so that you can work on it in a kind of a linear fashion. And it's perfect for people that do comics, book design, anything like that. It's going to be really amazing for that. Okay, let's do some fun stuff. I want to open up one of these 3D models and just kind of show you the ropes. They are so much fun to play with. So I'm going to go back to Gallery, where I put my 3D models. I put them all in a stack. And the thing about a stack that's really wonderful is that you can keep things organized. So you see I've got 3D abstracts, the beach, black and white mods, and in each one of those stacks it's like a little mini folder. So you can have all of your things that belong together, you can put them together. So for instance, if I wanted to put this untitled artwork into Botanicals, I would just grab it and push it over to Botanicals and then drop it in there. And now that untitled artwork is in Botanicals. I'm going to take it back out again because I want to work on it. So I'm going to pull it up here and I'm just going to drop it in the middle like that. And now it's out in the main gallery. So that's how you build stacks and make galleries. Super, super cool way to stay organized, even for me. And it's hard for me to stay organized when it comes because I make so many paintings. It's difficult sometimes for me to keep them all neatly organized. So this makes it super easy. All right, let's look at this 3D stuff. Let's tap on one of the 3D models. I am going to, you know what, I'm going to tap on the ceramic vase. This is what it looks like right now. You can see I'm already playing with it 3D here. I'm rolling it around, right? But I've already painted on this one, so I'm going to clear this one. And give me a quick second here. Stop that. And there. Clear. That's what I was trying to do the whole time. Okay, clear that. Take that away. Okay, now I've got my 3D vase in an environment, and I think I want to change the environment that it's in. I don't like the lighting particularly, and I don't like the background. So I'm going to go over here to the actions, and that is the second button from the left on the top there. I'm going to go to 3D and edit lighting and environment. So let's go a little smaller so I can kind of see. Now it looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. That's too many lights. Let's get rid of this one. We'll tap it and just delete it. You can always bring them back. Tap this. The hue is kind of weird and pink on this. The intensity is way too high, so let's pull it down. Let's put the hue a little more neutral. And let's do the same thing here. Why aren't you tapping? What's wrong with you? Oh, there. I guess I didn't hit it hard enough. Okay. Okay, those are fine. We're just going to leave those there. Now see, when I move these around, it changes the light on the image. But I'm also going to change the environment that it's in. So I'm going to go to environment. Right now it's in auditorium. Let's put it in mountain. And that gives me a little bit different environment to work inside. You can change these. There's nighttime, port side, daytime, studio. Well, let's leave it on studio. That's pretty neutral. We'll just leave it like that and say done. Done. Now I have this very plain vase that I can play with. So I'm going to go to my layers. I'm going to go to the base layer right here, tap the little three-dimensional square, and tap on color. And let's paint it this turquoise color, and we'll pick a brush. That is the tool that looks like a brush. And let's get, how how about we do acrylic? Let's just do acrylic. So we've got turquoise, we've got our brush, and over here on the left-hand side is the size and the opacity of your brush. So you can see I've got a little blue hash mark there, and that means the last time I painted with acrylic, I saved that size. So let's say I want to save it to a different size. Let's go down to 23, and I just tap that plus. If I get my fingers to work, tap that plus, and see it makes a little blue hash mark there. That means it's going to remember that. When I come back to that paintbrush, it'll paint with 22 again. So I'm going to actually take that off because it's a little bit too small for what I want to do. So I'm going to go back to 44, and I've got turquoise, and I've got my brush, and I'm just going to paint this. Right? Just paint it. But now remember, it's a three-dimensional object, so I have to rotate it and paint all the sides. I can't just paint the front, it's a three-dimensional object. So I'm going to paint all of it. Make sure you get the bottom. Don't forget the bottom. Get all the sides. And tip it, get the top. Now you can paint the inside too if you want to. You know, you just keep rotating it, paint the inside. Oh, I missed the spot right here. Or is that my light? That could be my reflection. Let's see. Looks like I got everything. Okay, I'm not going to paint the inside. It takes a little bit of time to do that. But that looks pretty good. Okay, let's get you back. Set you up right there. Like that. There. Okay, now let's decorate it, make it a little shiny, show some high gloss. We'll come back to the layers. Now we're going to go to roughness, and it goes to white. I'm actually going to go to metallic first. So metallic, get my brush, stay on wet acrylic, and I always do this backwards. I'm slightly dyslexic, so I can't remember if I'm supposed to go white or black, but we'll find out. Metallic white, let's try that first. Yeah, white is right. I should just remember that. White is right for metallic. So see how it made it nice and shiny? This side is metallic. This side is not. So let's paint the whole thing with the metallic brush. Get the bottom. Make sure you get the bottom. And I think I missed a spot right here. And let's see. What else? Oh, we missed a spot right here. Let's get the whole thing. Did we miss anything else? Well, it looks pretty good. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss any spots. Oops, I missed a spot right up there. Okay. Okay, now let's go to roughness right here. And I believe that we do roughness with white as well. Let's see. Yeah, see the difference here? I'm painting with white and roughness. Now if I'm going to tap with 2 fingers to undo that, tap, and that takes it back. Now I'm going to change to black, and we'll paint, and see the difference? The roughness has an impact on the metallic look, on the gloss, okay? So obviously if something is rough and metallic, it's different than if it's smooth and metallic, okay? So just remember that. You can change both of those things. This is really shiny now. We'll get it all the way around, go to the bottom, get the bottom. And I don't think I did roughness on the bottom, did I? Did I do roughness on the bottom? Because it's looking like I didn't do it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I did roughness over here. So let's go back to layers. I mean metallic, excuse me. Go back to metallic, go to white. And then go back to roughness, go to black. Or maybe go to white. I can never remember. Let's try this. I always get confused on this one. It just is so confusing to me. I don't know why I can't remember it. There we go. Now I've taken it all the way back. Let's tap out of that. I really made a mess. Okay. I think we were fine. I think I was overthinking it. Come here, you. Gotta get my vessel to come back. All right, let's go right here. I guess we're doing good. No, I thought that we had some areas that we didn't get metallic, but it's the actual, it's the reflection. So I think we're good. Okay, so now we've got this here, and it's just kind of sitting there in its own little Idaho, right? And before I forget, let's make sure I've got the chat, if we have any chat. Do we have questions? Let me know if you have questions. And in Facebook, do we have any questions over there? Just let me know. Put them in the chat box and I'll try and answer them. All right. So let's go back to our metallic. And now what we can do, which is really going to blow your mind, we've done this. Let's add a little texture. We've got materials right here, and you can see it's got a little 3D mark next to it. So I'm going to tap on that, and I am going to put this for no. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to make it white. So I'm just going to put that over my metallic to give it an extra level of interest for my vase. And I've got one more little mind-blowing thing I want to do with you. Let me make sure. Oh, I missed a spot right there. Let's see if I've missed any more spots. Oops, on the top. Any more spots I missed? Looks like I got everything. I don't think I did the bottom. Let's do the bottom. Okay, now it looks pretty good. Okay. All right, now check it out. We have created this three-dimensional object. Let's put it into reality. So I've got my little green plant right here. You see my little green plant? Right here. I'm going to put my little green plant right there on the desk. Whoops, as I knock it over. I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to tip up my iPad screen. Oh, first, before I do that, I'm going to tap Actions. 3D is highlighted, and it says Edit Lighting and Environment. And right below that, it says View in AR. AR is for augmented reality. So I'm going to tap View in AR. It's preparing the model. And in a moment, you're going to see it pop up right by my little, there it is. So you can see that, right? That's the vase that we just created, and it's on my desk by my little plant, right? Pretty trippy, huh? So we can do all kinds of stuff. Isn't that amazing? It's just mind-blowing, right? Let's close that. So that is the 3D painting in Procreate. That's the 5.2 update. And honestly, I gotta say, I'm blown away. I've just started playing with it. And so you can do lots and lots of stuff. The other thing I wanted to show you all is the color cards. And this is really fun, especially if you're doing things like doing any kind of decorating. For instance, you're importing a photo of your living room into Procreate, and then maybe you're matching colors for a new couch or something. This is going to be super handy. So let's close this 3D model, and let's take this blank canvas here, and I'm just going to draw just a simple, let me get an inking and studio pen, technical pen. I'll just draw something really like a box. I won't get fancy. But you know, maybe, okay, maybe a simple, really simple couch here. Just super simple, okay? I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on it. But I want to show you kind of this fun idea, okay? Here's my really bad couch. Oops, bring back, come back. Okay? There. Here's my bad couch, all right? Don't laugh. Super fast, all right? There's my couch. Now, I can go up to my color picker up here and tap that, and I can go to palettes, and I've got my colors here, but the cool thing that they've done now is they've given us cards. So you can use these, and it's easier to remember names of colors if you have cards. So for instance, if you're doing something in a room and you're like, okay, I'm going to use light orange, and let's just drag, I don't know if it'll stay. No, I didn't think it would. Say I'm going to use light orange for this sofa, you know, whatever. When I go back to my color, it's really easy to remember names. We remember names better than we do words. I mean, numbers. So if you have a palette like this, and you've got all of these colors, and they're little tiny squares, it's a lot easier if you've got the cards, which they've now given us. You can also create your own cards. So you can change the names if you want to, you know. I can call that, you know, Sienna. Whoops. If I could write, it would help. Let's just take that out, and let's call it Sienna. Why am I not writing? Okay, now it's Anna. But you get the idea. You can name these. Look at this light grayish yellow orange. No, that's not going to work. That's not what I want. I don't want that name. I'm going to call it something else. I'll call it something else. Definitely, you can change the name. See, you can also go right here to the keyboard and do it, which might be easier because my handwriting is so horrible. There. So I'm just going to call this Titan Pale. There. See, and now I'll remember that. So that's the one upgrade with the colors that I really like, are these cards. And you can change the names, you can call them anything you want. You know, grandma's purple sweater. I mean, call it anything you want. And I recommend that you do, because it's like orange, dark orange, light orange. No, you need better descriptive names, and you can do that for yourself. It's super easy. While I have the color picker open, and before I forget, let's jump over to the Apple Pencil 2nd generation. And I'm taking my monitors out because we're not playing any music and it seems okay. So while we have the color picker open, let's also look at bringing in matching photos, matching colors from photos. So before I do that, I always have to look at my camera roll before I insert a photo, because I may have weird photos in here I don't want you to see. So let's just see what that looks like. Oh, but you can see my screen anyway. I'm so silly. All right, hang on. Go to the Amazon page while I do this. You guys look at the Amazon page for a minute, and I'm going to say insert photo and make sure there's no weird photos in my photo roll, because you never know. Let's see. Yeah, there's no weird photos in my photo roll. I don't know what I was saying. I'm not that interesting. I don't know what I was worried about. All right, so I'm going to insert a photo. Let's clear this right here. If you want to clear a layer, here's a really good gesture for that. Just a 3-finger swipe, or scrub, I guess. The swipe does different things. 3-finger scrub, so like that, just clears the layer. 3-finger scrub, okay? All right, so if you want to match a photo, this is super helpful if you are working from photo reference. Or maybe you want to do a drawing based on a photo, or you want to match, like you were doing a drawing for the living room couch, and you want to match some photo that you saw, a sweater that you really like or something. So let's import a photo, insert a photo, tap the actions, tap insert a photo, and let's get one of my abstract pieces. And that is, let's just make it big there. Okay. All right, so let's move that over out of the way. Now, if I go over here to color and I go compact and I go plus, then I get, see the plus sign up there? Then it says new from photos. So if I tap that, well, it's going to go back to photos, tap that, and it's going to give you the color from the photo. So there it is right there. So let me do that one more time. I didn't actually have to import the photo. I forgot it would just do it completely straight from the photos. Let's do one more. Let's go import from photos. So tap the plus sign in color, new from photos right there. You see that? Let's pick another photo. Let's pick this photo. Now you see it's imported all those colors from that photo into its own palette. Now if I go to cards, there's all the cards and the names of the colors that Procreate thinks they're named. I can see a bunch of different names here. Like that doesn't look like yellow to me. So you can change those names, and you should. All right, that is a little bit about the update. Do we have time to do some painting? Let's do some painting. So let's go back to the gallery. And you know what? Let's do a little life drawing. I'm just going to make up a figure for you because I want to talk about the Apple Pencil that's in your carousel. So I'm going to get a new canvas, 9 by 9 inch square, that's fine. Pinch it down. Those are those gestures I was talking about. Pinch it down. You can rotate. You know, and whenever you're working on the iPad, move the Procreate, move the art, don't move the iPad. You don't need to move your iPad. Just put it down, leave it stationary, and then move the art. It's much easier to work that way. Okay, let's talk about this pencil. This pencil is amazing. Pretty amazing. I talk about it all the time. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And I'm going to get, I like my disc. I like the disc color for some reason. That's just appeals to me. So I'm going to get like a dark charcoal. I'm going to go to my paintbrush and I'm going to go to sketching and 6B, and that would be a pencil like if I was in front of a figure in a figure drawing session or something. I'd be using a 6B pencil or maybe a charcoal, something like that. The pencil, the 6B pencil that I'm going to show you with the Apple Pencil, the responsiveness, the way this Apple Pencil works on the iPad is just mind-blowing to me. It really behaves like a real pencil on real paper. I don't know how they did that, but they did. So if I'm drawing and I'm holding my pencil, let me just show you. If I'm holding my pencil to draw, there's a couple of different grips that you use when you're actually working with a real pencil and a sketch pad. So this is a pencil grip. This is what's called a pencil grip. But if you're standing at an easel and you're figure drawing, you're going to hold it like this, right? This is an easel grip. So this gives you a big range of motion. So you can draw all the way down the contour line of a figure if you're standing up at an easel, right? The only thing about that is usually when you're using this grip, you're drawing on the side of the pencil, right? You're doing that with the Apple Pencil too, which is, I got to tell you, it's kind of mind-blowing. It really is. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm using my pencil grip here. You can see in the little window, I've got my pencil grip, and I can draw here, you know, let's draw something like, let's draw a figure, you know, we're just going to draw a head here, okay? And I can draw just like I would draw, you know, normally. And here's the neck and stuff. But say I want to give this figure hair. I'm going to go, I would automatically, if I was in a life drawing session, I would automatically go to an easel grip and I would go on the side of my pencil to get that mass. But look, I'm on the side of my Apple pencil, and I'm getting that mass, the shading. It's a different kind of line. And so that is, I got to tell you, when I started using it like that, when we were locked down during the pandemic and I couldn't go to a life drawing session, I found this wonderful group called Gallery Girls. They're here in LA. Gallery Girls, just look them up, and they have life drawing sessions online all the time, 3 or 4 times a week. And I was doing this life drawing online on my iPad with the Apple Pencil, and I was just kind of like, is this crazy? I mean, is this like, I'm blown away. I was blown away, you guys. I was really blown away. So anyway, that's my take on the Apple Pencil. It is amazing as a tool. Let's go ahead and do something with our figure here. The cool thing about this is you can draw just the way you would draw if back in the day, the way that I was trained as an illustrator was we had onion skin paper. And we would do our rough drawing, then we'd have another drawing on top of that, then we'd do another drawing on top of that to fine tune, fine tune, fine tune. Well, that's exactly what you do in the iPad. So I've got my rough under drawing. I'm going to go to my layers and add a layer. And one quick second, just going to turn my fan on. It's like 90 degrees here, you guys. Just turning my fan on. Okay, so I added another layer. Now I'm going to take the N right here and I'm going to push that opacity down a little bit so I can draw on top of it and see what I'm doing. I'm going to still use the pencil and go to my second layer. I'm on my second layer. And so now I'll refine this a little bit. So that's too big. Let's go down here and move it down a little bit. So we'll refine this a little bit. And that's the thing I love about the layers too. Let's give her some bangs. Got an eyebrow and a nose. Start to do a mouth here. Just kind of getting going, you know. Just kind of working it out. And that's why these layers are so great. I'll pinch out so you can kind of see what I'm doing. The layers are really great. Oop, that eye's not very good. Let's back out of that eye. Let's have that eye. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer to do that. Let's come down a little bit. Okay, so far so good. We're just blocking it in. That's what's so great about the iPad and Procreate. Now I can look at that and go, okay, you know, she's tilted. Let's go to the transform tool. First of all, before I do that, let's take off that layer. Okay, that's okay. It's not great, it's okay. But let's go to the transform tool and let's straighten her up a little bit. Transform tool, go to rotate. Let's rotate her a little bit. Let's bring her down as well, so I have room for her hair. I'm going to do some funny stuff to her hair. All right, now let's see. I'm on layer number 2. I'm just going to continue on. Let's pinch out a little bit. Let's have some hair stuff happen here. Maybe she has a, I don't know, she's got a blouse on, who knows. I'm making stuff up, right? Let's do a little something with the nose here. We could do a little bit better with the nose, Tisa. The mouth needs work, but that's layer number 2. Now I can go to layer number 3, go to the N, push this down a little bit. Now we're going to fine tune it a little bit with some ink. And this would be if you were an illustrator or you were doing comics, this would be the way you would work. You sketch, then you get to the inking, and of course that would be 3, 4, or 5 layers down before you start getting to the line work with ink, and then you add color. So let's go to ink. I'm going to go to inking, and I think I'll use technical pen. Let's just use technical pen. And let's fix her eyes, because this eye right here is not right. So I'm going to go to this layer, and I'm going to go to I'm going to go to selection tool. I'm going to select the eye. Not you. Go away. Take color fill off, because I don't want to fill it. I'm just going to select the eye. Then I'm going to go to transform. And it seemed to me that it was just a little too narrow. Let's see. Seemed like it was a little too narrow. Oh, that's much better. And it was rotated kind of odd, you know? It felt a little odd to me. Let's see if we like that. That looks a little better. She doesn't look quite so cross-eyed. So now let's go to layer number 3, and I can fine-tune that. I'm going to go to inking, technical pen, and I'm on layer number 3. That eye needed to be rotated though. It's kind of bugging me. So let's just, I think that technical pen's a little bit too big. Let's come down a little bit in size. That's a little better. And now see, we can start to fine-tune the drawing. Let's give her a nice collar here. Like so. We can do something a little nicer with the eye. And so on. We can just keep going and fine-tuning. And oops, she really had a scowl going there, didn't she? Let's give her a little bit nicer mouth. So there you go. You can see how you can just build with those layers and do a really good job. Let's give her a little hair here. And just keep fine-tuning. Now let's take this layer off. And see, it's beginning to come together. It's got more layers to come, of course, but it can really help to have those layers. And the pencil does an amazing job. It really does. So that's your pencil. Hi, Timothy. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. So you've got your Apple Pencil 2nd generation that's in your carousel right now. The Apple Pencil 1st generation is next up in your carousel. I'm using the 2nd generation because that's compatible with my iPad. When you get your iPad, double check which Apple Pencil is compatible with it. So if we go over to the Amazon page for this Apple Pencil 1st generation, we're looking at the 1st generation Apple Pencil here. It's going to tell you right down here on the product page, it will tell you what iPad it is compatible with. Make sure you check that, okay? And then I'm going to highlight this Apple iPad Pro 12.9 inch. Let's look at that because I want to make it possible for you all to get into iPads without having to sell the farm. So you can start doing digital art like this. And of course you can print these out, you know, you can print them out, you can make cards, you can make images. And on the iPad Pro, the 12.9 inch, the big iPad Pro, you can print things out up to, I've got images that are 27 by 27 inches. So this painting is 36 by 36. So the images I can print out now are only 9 inches smaller than this painting. So that's pretty amazing, right? That's like 4 inches on either side. So that's a good size, y'all. Now, depending on the iPad you have will dictate how big of files you can have. But if you look at this one that we have on the Amazon page right now, this is the Apple iPad Pro 12.9 inch, like the one I'm working on. This one's renewed, so you're going to save money. You're also going to be able to do a payment plan. But take a look at whenever you get one of these devices that says a Amazon Renewed, scroll down to the bottom of that product page and take a look at the Amazon Renewed information that's there. And it will tell you everything you need to know, the 90-day warranty, replace it or get a refund if it's not working the way you thought it should work. Also, remember, you're going to get a device from somebody like me, because that's what I do with my devices. I send them back to be renewed, right? Keeps them out of the landfill and gives somebody else the opportunity to get into an iPad without, spending a gazillion dollars. So this one today, this is the 12.9 inch, 256 gigabytes, space gray, Wi-Fi. Doesn't have cellular, but it's Wi-Fi, for $662. I mean, holy macaroni, guys. Plus, you can get it for a payment plan of $55 a month. Okay? Okay. All right. All right, so what else do we need to show you? There's another iPad Pro that's in the carousel. That one is an iPad Pro, and it is the regular 10.9 inch. I'll highlight that one for you. And then I want to show you this really cute little case that I have. So if you're going to get a device and you're going to spend the money on it, make sure that you take care of it, right? So this is just a real inexpensive little case for the iPad Pro. You can also put a 13-inch laptop in here. Has a couple of exterior pockets. I'm going to highlight it for you, and we can take a look at it on the Amazon. Siri's talking to me. We can look at it on the Amazon page. Comes in a bunch of fun colors. Anything that's purple or pink, I'm going to be all over that. Here's a cute one in purple and yellow. So, and look, it's $13.99. That's such an easy, inexpensive thing, and it's going to protect your iPad. It's got one zipper compartment, doesn't have a bunch of pockets or anything. Has those two pockets on the outside, but it does have really nice padding. The padding is nice and thick, so I like to use this when I travel. I put my iPad inside here, but my iPad usually lives in the Zugu case, which I'm going to show you right now. The Zugu case, this is my Zugu case here, and I love this Zugu case. This is the purple Zugu case. I am crazy about these. These are so wonderful. Let me put the Amazon page up for you so you can see this. These are such these are such great cases. They come in a bunch of different colors. They come in black and, of course, berry purple, red, and excuse me, cognac brown, or is it cognac brown? Yeah, cognac brown, which is kind of a nice neutral, looks like leather. Limited edition green and limited edition pink, which I didn't know about the pink one. That came out after I got mine, but I love purple just as much as pink. And then slate blue, and then the black. So the cool thing about this is these have a 5-foot drop protection. Isn't that crazy? Look at the overhead on this. So here are these 10 magnetic notches, and I'll show you in a minute what those do. But this rubber grommet that goes all the way around really protects your iPad, and it's no kidding. When your iPad goes in here, it fits really snug. So I actually made a video about how to get your iPad in here. The other thing I like is this area right here for your Apple Pencil. Your Apple Pencil is magnetic to your iPad, but this little edge right here on either side keeps it from rolling off. And so in my other case that I had, it was rolling off. I would find it under the bed, in the bottom of the suitcase, all kinds of places. So I really like that. That works really well. And then here are those notches. They're magnetic, and so then you just put the magnetic legs out and you have 10 different angles you can put it at. Pretty awesome. So I love this Zugu case. It's really works really well. The speakers are here on the bottom. You can hear everything really well. Your power goes here. The buttons work great. Don't have any trouble with the buttons. More speakers on top. So I like it. And of course it's purple, so I really like it. All right, questions. Have a good weekend, Evans. I'll see you Monday. Yeah, it's getting time. It's time for me to wrap it up. So, questions for me. Well, I'm going to jump over real quick to YouTube. We look like we're okay. Facebook, looks like we're good. All right. Okay, good. Then I am going to wrap it up for the weekend. I will see you back Monday. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:10 and 4:10. At 12:10, we do traditional art supplies, paint, paper, pens, brushes, stuff like that. At 4:10, we do all digital. It's all about the digital at 4:10. So I'll see you Monday at 12:10, and keep making all that good creative stuff because we need to see your magic, right? Thank you. See you later. Bye.